Previously on episode 19, we are now at 709 LP in Challenger. Guys, if you haven't seen episode 19 yet, you know what I'm going to say. Do not forget to check it out because you definitely don't want to miss out on those games. And also, I'd like to say that this video is being sponsored by Pro Guides. A lot of people have been messaging me that they have been on a losing streak and they always ask, how do I start winning? I always say go to proguides.com, which has the best videos on getting better at League. They have courses with pro players, they have champion tier list and matchup stat tools, and they have 24/7 challenger coach who you can talk to anytime. And they really work at getting you to a higher division. It's got everything you need to get better at League all in one place. I highly recommend it. Check out the link in the description below. The first game that we are playing, we are up against a Pantheon, and before we start talking about the gameplay and stuff, I kind of want to talk about the best Riven build for the current patch at first, because there's a lot of people right now who are asking what the best build is for Riven and the reason behind the Ghost Blade and all of that stuff. So for those people who don't know yet, I am pretty much building Ghost Blade in 100% of all my games. I am actually never building Death Stance a single time. And I'm also not building the Spirit of the Shojin item either because I'm not a really huge fan of the crit item and all the Spirit of Shojin and stuff. In my opinion, Ghostblade is the best item out there in the current patch because Ghostblade is cheap, it has a good build path, it's got an insane amount of damage while being the cheapest item in the game. You can also chase down people, you can also run away from people. It's got so many benefits in the game that there's absolutely no reason to not build this item. That's how broken this item truly is. My build is by far the best build in the game right now for Riven in my opinion, because if you build Ghostblade together with the Black Cleaver, together with a Last Whisper as well, you're basically buying the cheapest items in the game, and this is what makes the build so overpowered. You don't really need to snowball in the game, and you don't really need to have about 10 kills in order to complete all of your items within a certain period of time. This is what makes the item build so broken, and this is also the reason why I think that you should start building Ghostblade from now on instead of buying all the other items. Anyway, we lost this game, so now we are at 696 LP. The second game that I've played, I was playing Lee Sin in the jungle because Riven was being banned and also we were being autofilled. So we were right here, we saw the Eve on our back and I was trying to pull as much damage as I did on this Vayora right here. When the fight started, she was about 30% health, and you would think that we would not lose this fight, but we actually did because Aatrox missed every single ability, which made us lose the 2v2 right here. But then I found Eve in the jungle right here, so I tried to see if I could find a way in order to 1v1 this guy and like catch this guy. So I placed the ward down in the bush, and then I've gone like all in on this guy, and unfortunately, because she had her flash up, she was able to cast her ability and then one-shot me completely. If she didn't have that flash up, we would have just got that kill for free. Everyone was kind of losing their lane, so we couldn't really bring this game back into a good state, so we lost this game and now we are at 683 LP. So then I've queued up for a game again, and this time we are playing against an Akali, and this game started off really well because I was trying to set up the lane for a gank because my Graves was nearby. The Akali had just only one single ward at the Tribush, so technically he would have never seen my jungler coming, so this kill was absolutely free for us. This is how we get the first blood of the game, except it kind of gone in the wrong way as my jungler started overextending in the river, and I tried to do my best to bait this Akali back to me again so Graves could potentially have a chance of running away, except that has gone wrong as well, so now both of us has died and we both just made a really bad mistake. But that's still okay because we still had a chance of winning the top lane because the matchup was all about skill based. Whoever is better at the champion is most likely going to win this matchup. So right here I found an opportunity to go in for the all-in. Even when Akali was level 6 and we are still level 5, I saw that chance, so I took it, and now we are back in the game. Despite doing so well trying to find a way back against this Akali, the Nidalee was camping my top lane insanely hard. And right here she just spawned a hero, then there was just nothing that I could do anymore, so I've had to let this lane fall beyond this point. My teleport was down around this time, so I've had to group up with the team together and force a fight at the dragon. They did get the dragon in the end, but we got 2 kills in return, and I think that's way more worth it because that gives us the little push that we need in order to get stronger and eventually outskill them. I've also seen this Lucian farming down the bot lane, and I wasn't quite sure if he was being alone or if there was a support by his side, but either way, I was gonna 1v2 them if the support was there as well, but it seems like Lucian is actually being alone, so at this point, the enemy team was really throwing the game, and I wasn't quite sure if Lucian was still playing serious or if he just didn't care anymore. I don't know. Either way, the enemy team was really throwing their game because we kept on catching them over and over again based on the mistakes that they were making. And at this time, my flash was about to be up as well. So right now, we're in a really good spot in the game. After we catch them so many times, we easily won that game. So now we are at 700 LP. The next game we played, which is game number 4, this was the worst game I've ever played. So I thought I was playing against an Pantheon top lane, so I played with armor runes. I tried to type down to my teammates that I would dive them under tower, and then I accidentally TP. Then we dive them under the tower, and we just get destroyed completely by the Pantheon robe, which was already level 6. And then I decided to 1v1 this guy, and he seems to live with about 1 HP at the very end, and me hitting a creep instead of actually hitting the Sylas. And it doesn't get much worse. I just came back in the lane, and we decided to fight that Sylas again because I was pretty convinced that we could kill this guy. So I've gone in for the all-in, only to figure out that he's gonna live again, and we didn't get that last auto because he's just super lucky. And then the jungler came and he finishes the rest, so I died right there as well. And then I decided to roam mid lane, and Sylas TP to mid lane, and that had gone wrong as well. This entire game is just one massive tilt. It's not going the way I want to, all because I did a random teleport and we're playing with magic resist runes, and nothing just gone the way that I wanted to. So this was definitely a really hard game for me. We lost this game pretty hard because everyone was having a hard time, and I was also having a hard time myself. So now we are at 687 LP. So then I queued up for the next game, and this time we're playing against the Shen in the top lane. We were maintaining and winning that pressure against the Shen, and I was trying to focus as much as I could around roaming mid lane and roaming bot lane, so I could try to get like diving done and like trying getting things done together with the team. Right here, I saw that my jungler was sitting in the bush waiting for me to walk up to the mid lane so we could dive 4-man in the mid lane. This was all my call. If I didn't make this call, we would have never even done this in the first place. So here we're starting off with 1 kill in the game. Right after we killed that Adi in the mid lane together with the entire team, I've then made the call with my pings to go bot lane, trying to group up so we could force that dragon, get some kills, perhaps on the jungler or perhaps on the bot lane. But anyway, in this situation we've got the Shaco, which is a really good thing. Just because we have grouped up together as a team, they couldn't really do that much because the Shen was around top lane, while I was trying to outnumber them in the bot lane. This is how we are winning very hard. So after we got that kill on the Shaco as well as the Adi, we can now take that dragon, and we either have the choice to roam bot lane and dive them, or roam mid lane again and take another kill once again. We took the second option right here by going mid lane and taking the Adi kill as well. So this game is starting off really well. It's all about roaming and making the right calls instead of staying top lane and just farming it out. I was really focusing on getting a lot of picks this game, and this is where the Last Whisper comes into place, because Shen is building a lot of armor this game, and I'm talking about a lot of armor. So the Last Whisper is really helping us to 1v1 or get like a good pick off on the Shen, so we could eventually group up with the team and then take towers and all of that stuff. For some kind of reason, my jungler had just gone AFK this game after arguing a lot with my teammates, so we end up losing this game. And now we are at 674 LP. Guys, if you want to see the full games live on stream and you want to see everything that you're watching right now, do not forget to check out my stream, because I am literally playing all of these games that you're watching live on stream. Anyway, if you got any kind of questions, put it down in the comments right below and I might answer your question. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode, watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next upcoming episode and video and the next upcoming stream, man. See you guys soon. Peace.